I don't want to talk to the guy, to be honest with you. I straight up don't want to. If he wants to find clips, I already said I didn't say those things that he was saying.
God.
I thought initially he was guilty of, I think, because you could construct an intent. But then I talked to some people who are actual lawyers, and they're like, no, constructing this intent is really difficult. So I was like, oh, well, my bad. I was wrong on that. But that maybe is it. But probably from like about a month into the case, I was like, oh, no, I don't think that's like a strong case. I don't think it's like guaranteed. It'll just come down to discovery. What do they find in discovery?
It's an interesting world when we're talking about like ongoing harms. I think that the calculation for like what kind of retribution.
Oh, if Destiny is still watching, though, I don't know if he is, but if he were to still be watching, I would just say the offer still stands. If you want to ban Darius, who explicitly went to try to fight somebody based on an address you doxed, you want to ban that guy, I'll ban Saiba. Do a trade. 1-for-1. Trade deal offer, okay?
It's not even really retribution, but what kind of like action is justified on the other end, I think changes quite a bit, right? Like if I was doing this in response to like stuff that they'd done a long time ago, I mean, one, I just wouldn't. I just don't have the attention span for it. I don't care. Then I think that the argument would be a lot different there. And then two, if the other party was looking for any type of reciprocation, I think it would be different as well. But like they're not, right? The other parties basically deny all wrongdoing, ascribe to me way more wrongdoing than any of them have ever been able to substantiate. And then as a result of both of these things,
is that true? I think he has recorded sexual encounters without consent.
How about you fucking produce it? Like if you really say, oh my god. Okay, I forgot how mad this guy made me, bro. How about you produce it, okay? Go take it up with the court, okay? Why are you trying to tell us? All right, why are you trying to tell us take it up with the court? But why don't you take it up with the court? Like, what the fuck? Anyway, yeah, we're probably gonna skip ahead. I can't do this.
Do it fucking live, I guess.
Fuck this guy.
But yeah, he's like, oh, don't talk about me. It's like, dude, are you serious? That's really the thing, is he hates that people have accurate negative opinions of him. That's what he dislikes, is that there are people...
Not true. Nicholas Dioro has negative opinions of Destiny, and Destiny has not doxed Nicholas Dioro. You're welcome.
With accurate negative opinions of him in a community that is sort of isolated from his, and is going to like shit on him. He's talking about...
Willie Mack has negative opinions of him. Willie Mack probably deserves to be doxed, but like Willie Mack is still not doxed, okay? And nor has Steven made an argument to dox Willie Mack. All right.
Why shouldn't you talk about him? That's his logic. Well, he's talking about my community in most cases. You'll find this very obvious as you go through some of this stuff, that criticisms of my conduct or behavior are shockingly sparse. Like, people don't have criticisms of my conduct, except, hey, I like let...
Plenty of criticism. You interact with Kiwi Farms directly or indirectly. You have people employed under you that literally benefit off of harming other women. You're hiding enemies of the state. You're fat and you're Canadian. You're
my
welcome.
Community shit talk you. And there are people who Destiny's tried to dox, people whose consent Destiny has violated. There are people of all kinds in my community who I think have the right to go somewhere and just be like, this guy's a total piece of shit. And I'm never going to moderate that. I don't like, well, I have for the past little while kind of piled on the shit talking because he's been explicitly like trying to dox people and actually doxing people in my community. So now I am like piling on.
We gotta finish up this one first,
I was more like concerned with doing the commentary thing, right? We pointed this out tonight, Sognek. Like, again, this was what Destiny interrupted me when he first came into the chat earlier tonight. I was just talking about how when he's talking to Pisco, he says like, oh, I'm not responsible for Dan. It's like, wait, why am I responsible for my community, right? Why am I responsible for my community or people around me? But Destiny's not responsible for his business partner and best friend who used Destiny's community, weaponized Destiny's community against Hassan to try to get him deplatformed.
Probably because he thinks that Hassan deserves it. If Dan was trying to weaponize DGG against me in such a manner where Dan is probably doing some unhinged shit, like trying to find my mom's phone number or some shit, I'm pretty sure Destiny would put a stop to that. You know what? Not to even bring me into the example, okay? Because fine, I'm a little bit biased towards myself. All right, you're welcome. You know what? When any Destiny orbiter was siphoning viewers off of Destiny, technically that is taking advantage of his audience, right? You're taking advantage of the size of his audience and through proliferation in order to get more viewers for yourself, right? And then eventually when you backstab him down the line, like you get an audience now, right? So just to be very clear, like in my opinion, that counts, right? Like under that rule, whatever.
People have real problems with you, either they're valid or not. I don't know what that means, but if you want to elaborate, I'd listen. Yeah, I don't know how he tries to say he's not responsible for Dan or like Dan does his own thing. It's like, but Dan, you explicitly know that Dan does this. I want to say there's a quote.
When I reached out to Steven in private and I said that you should really prevent Dan from calling me a PDF on your stream specifically because that's within your domain, I'm pretty sure he had a good response to that, right? Like he was like, okay, yeah, fine. But I don't think Dan ever did it again, right? Like I don't think Dan ever called me a PDF on stream again. Explicitly on Steven's stream. I don't think he did that. Yeah, I don't think I remember that happening.
Somewhere. Did Dan say, or did Destiny say, like, don't use my community for shit, or like stop? There is somewhere where he's acknowledged that Dan uses his community. He's also saying he's not responsible for Darius in the clip. He does his own thing. Oh,
on the
true.
street and talking to her for 30 seconds. It's fucking retarded. And then when I look at like the behavior of the other communities, well, it seems like
Oh, well, I didn't hear him say Darius does his own thing yet. But yes, when he says stuff like that, it's like, okay, Darius does his own thing, but he's going to the address you doxed. You're literally responsible here. You have a direct causal link on this conduct happening. Like but for your doxing, this doesn't happen. Destiny would Mr. Girl Dan if he actually cared. He isn't doing his own thing. I get the impression that Dan probably just knows some stuff about Destiny that makes it difficult for Destiny to do anything like that, probably.
like all of them still spam talk about me. All of them were still spamming streams on me.
Wait, hold on. Does he think that blackmail works on Steven? Especially after everything now? Like, his online reputation is so much in the crater now. I'm not sure, like, what dirt anyone can have on Steven that would, like, possibly lower him more in the online space, right? Like, what dirt do you think Dan is, like, holding over Steven's head over that Steven would just simply, like, completely be quiet over and just submit to, like, a terroristic threat? Like, what the fuck? I don't think he would do that.
And all of them were still cross-posting emails that Saba guy was sending to my attorneys, to opposing counsel attorneys.
Cross-posting? All of them are cross-posting those emails. I thought these emails were like proof of my community's guilty conduct. Why would somebody be cross-posting them? Was somebody like cross-posting them and go, this is awesome? If that was happening, I'm unaware.
To victims in my case, like all of this stuff.
Destiny probably has more dirt on Dan. Absolutely, yeah.
It doesn't seem like there's much fear on their side. It doesn't seem like they're really that afraid, despite how horrifying, the doxing and everything else is. Whereas when I look on my side, right, everybody's fucking terrified of the anti-fan communities over there. Hutch came out and said, like, I can't be anywhere near, like.
Again, to be clear, Hutch was doxed by Kiwi Farms in September of 2024. He's blaming my community, which was explicitly a Destiny fan community when it started. It was like a Destiny super fan community with like Destiny's friends in it. All of Destiny's like group chat members were in it, right? Oh, also the other thing, man, dude, I need to write this stuff out. This is why I wanted to prepare. So when Hutch was doxed, I was a fan. And by the way, I agree. I already said I explicitly avoided going on anything else because I was like, dude, I don't want to face reveal when Kiwi Farms is doxing people like this. It seems like insane to do.
Fucking coward. You know what? I've been doxxed. My face is revealed. My dead name is revealed. Everything about my information is revealed. My phone number has been revealed. I'm pretty much now, like, just straight up a public figure now. Because all my information is out there now. Coward! Coward alert! Where's your balls? Okay? Where did your balls go? Come on. I'm sure obesity doesn't affect sexual stimulation that much, right?
It seems totally crazy to try to do right now.
Hiding behind anonymity. Nice.
Like Destiny with these guys, like the doxing and everything else that's going on, this is just way, way, way too crazy. Like
Bro, I literally left yours and Pisco's Discords with 10 messages because I didn't want to be part of some max dox. Sorry about that. Yeah, I get it. I get why people would leave. It's just like when Destiny's doing that, I do think at that point it crosses into like this is off-platform conduct that something like YouTube would moderate. I do believe Discord would moderate it as well. I think it's like difficult to actually report things to Discord. And again, I'm reporting Destiny. Like if I were to report Destiny, it would be for his direct conduct. It wouldn't be for like, well, I think that somebody who's adjacent to him, somebody who's adjacent to someone who's adjacent to him is doing bad things. It wouldn't be like that, right? It would be, oh, here's him like explicitly posting doxes. Yeah.
Oh, I don't care. All right, moving on.
You were actually a worse person than they ever realized, and they wanted to say something about it. And then you were like, hey, can somebody repost their docs? So then I think it was just like, oh, they really don't like you now. So I don't know. That seemed to be what happened to me. So the one framing is they just came back and started hating him out of nowhere. Another framing is, well, one of these people might have had non-consensual things shared with them, and they didn't like that. They felt like they were somehow complicit. They felt like a little guilty and gross, and they felt like they should say something. That's another way of framing it. You can pick either interpretation.
They were so afraid. They left the internet for 2 months, and then they came back and somehow made up with Blav, and now they're like my biggest anti-fans. They haven't left because of me doxing people on that server, me threatening anybody. They're still there. They're still chatting. They're not scared at all because my community's not.
Oh, because they were already doxed. Yeah, there is something of like an effect. And listen, maybe if I wanted to ad hoc a criticism of me, like right on the fly, it might be something like, well, Destiny says he already doxed you. He's probably not going to try to dox you more or something. So why don't you cool this off or stop talking about him so that the community's not at risk? I think that would be like a fair criticism. If somebody in my community said that to me, I'd be like, you know what? I'm not going to, but I understand how you feel that way, and like protect yourself appropriately. You feel like you got to go? I totally understand that. But once you're doxxed, it's like, well, I don't know. I'm not. What else are we supposed to do here? Like, I'm in the pool. I didn't want to get pushed in the pool. It's worse than that. Okay, it's like a pool of acid. But now that I'm in the pool, it's like, well, yeah. If I get out of the pool and you threaten to push me again, I'm already wet,
make Kermit. That's why I'm trying to rush through this.
Not very scary. We really don't engage in like very much fucked up behavior or anything like that.
Yeah, but I think
Says the guy who was posting doxbin links in his chat 3 weeks ago.
we can acknowledge though that
Yeah, but that's the point, right? Is because he has to do it himself, okay? That's literally the entire point, is that Steven has to do it himself, okay? Doxing? Yeah, Steven has to do that himself, all right? Can he rely on random schizos in the community to do it? Sometimes, yeah, but not as much or as dense as any of Queenman's fans or Jstlk's fans, right? Like, just to be very clear, yeah, sure, I think some doxes are definitely from other Destiny fans, but let's just, like, per capita, right? Like, it's based on population. Because if we measure up between Steven's fans and then like the anti-fan audience, the anti-fan audience is like 500 times smaller. Like Jstlk and Queenman's audience is 500 times smaller. And yet at the same time, they provide all the doxes for everyone without like the primary content creators needing to do anything. That is unfathomable, okay? The entire point of Destiny himself doing the doxing is because nobody else will do it except for him. That's literally it. But okay, good one.
doxing
Good
in
memes. It's called selection bias, by the way.
general, because the whole reason why they left the internet because of Blab or
Oh, and his community, the I guess the comment on his community would be that they repost docs information constantly, right? It wouldn't be that they are themselves seeking out and creating new docs like folios and posting them. It would be that they repost the doxes that Destiny posts all the time.
or whatever, is because they are scared of consequences
Of certain
They're scared
communities.
Somebody's going to contact their work. Somebody's going
Of
to contact
Kiwi
their
Farms
family,
doing it,
somebody's gonna
yes.
Make up rumors about them.
Of Kiwi
somebody's gonna
Farms
do this,
doing it,
somebody's gonna
yes,
do that.
but not my.
So it seems pretty absurd that when they shit. Okay, so we spiked it up to 120. Now that's pretty high. We never get that level of chatter. That's where we spiked it up to, was 120. Okay. Now
Oh,
is
no.
that maybe that's indicative of like,
Just put the anti-fan content in the
bad.
bag, bro.
I don't know. I've always thought that Kick has like a multiplier on it. I don't know if you could explain it with a multiplier. Not totally sure. Anyway,
My community. I don't know if we've ever done this before. I don't know if that, like, I don't think anybody really believes that when they say TGG will do these things, because I don't think it's even happened before.
Yeah, but the counter argument is when you say that you would kill Queenman and Jstlk and whoever else if you could.
Jstlk.
The argument is that effectively that's stochastic rhetoric, and that's where I don't want you to. You know,
Yeah, but, like,
I'm not
do
trying
they-
to be rude,
first of
but I
all-
don't want you to piss on my leg and tell me that.
yeah, it's like stochastic rhetoric, but are they scared of it? It's like, what are you arguing? Yeah, I threatened to kill these people, but like,
I don't know why Counterpoints has still not blocked Jstlk yet when Jstlk messages Counterpoints. I think that's wild. Whatever, it's okay, whatever. He's a grown man, he can do whatever he wants.
but are they scared? It's like, no, the rhetoric itself is bad. That's what Connor's criticizing. But they're not scared. Like, well, I don't negotiate with terrorists right now. Like, I'm not going to negotiate with a terrorist, a literal terrorist. That's how I feel about it. But that's like, by the way, I know for a fact, and I've said this 100 different times, and I'll say it again.
Uh-oh.
The best thing for my like career as a streamer would be to move on from this entirely.
Not true. Every single time you cover Destiny, you get tons of views, okay? It's one of the only times anyone will ever watch you ever, okay? Because otherwise you're boring, complacent, and just rather drab, okay? Now that you don't have Kelly around. Kelly made things more bearable because she would constantly riff, okay? But now that Kelly's not around, you're cooked. All right, GG, okay? Time to pack it up. All right? The only thing you can cover now is Destiny, okay? This is where you're stuck at. Good job.
It would have been the best decision I could have made as a streamer after like the first like 3
This
days
is cope.
when these
This is cope.
like,
This is cope.
leaks,
This is cope.
when the
Epic
Pixie
cope.
lawsuit stuff came out and stuff like
Epic
Sherry came out,
cope.
when all this
Also, not only that, he's on fucking Kick. Where are you expanding your content other than Royal Kitchen House?
happened, the best thing I could have done as a streamer is gone fuck Destiny. But you know what else?
Yeah.
Hassan is bad.
Nice, good one.
The Hassan is bad grift is so profitable. I could have still been friends with Dan. Well, I mean, I still am best friends with Dan, actually. We talk every day. But
okay.
I could still be friends with Dan publicly. I could still go and like snark on Hassan. And nobody in Destiny's community would give me 1 ounce of grief. I could just ignore him. I could snark on Hassan. I could make hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm not kidding.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay, if you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars, I feel like we watched this part or he's just living. We're watching this part. We already watched this part.
I'm
Okay,
not-
we're skipping forward.
Can't let anybody
Okay,
tell-
we're
I
skipping
believe
forward.
in that way.
Sorry, I was reiterating my dialogue.
If I
Okay.
can't win by being myself, by being honest about this stuff,
Oh my god, what is this?
game theory.
I'm Malding. Okay, I'm Malding.
Likely objectively an insane coincidence.
Uh-oh.
Like helping Rose get her profiles taken down, and then you're just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Right? Did Cyber leak DMs between you guys. I can't tell if this is me or ZZ that he's talking to.
Was or where was Rose on October 7th or 17th or whatever, some shit like this. And apparently it's because he found out. Apparently
I did know about this, right? Like this Ren Fair thing. I didn't know that he had reached out, that he was talking to Rose about like the lawsuit or anything.
like Kyla was at the same Renaissance fair as the girl went to. You're not gonna fucking believe it. Kyla's at the same Ren Fair as Rose at the same time, same day. I'm 100% serious. I'm looking for a way to prove this. I need to find out if Kyla was there on the Sunday or the Saturday. I'm actually going back on my PC. This is crazy. First image was posted by Kyla. Second and third were posted by the same photographer. Rose is the third pick.
Wow.
I mean,
that's epic, dude.
It's like objectively an insane coincidence.
Kind of is,
Like,
actually.
like no matter what you think about it at all, right? No matter what you think about it, it's like a totally insane coincidence. But I said it was such. I made it very clear that it was such, that it was just a crazy coincidence. And reading anything into it, it's like, what would Kylie even do there? That doesn't really make sense. Yeah, just a crazy coincidence.
So
I don't think the rest of their audience believes this, okay? There's a reason why they make memes about Kyla being Ghislaine Maxwell, okay? I
don't know.
The woman girl person or whatever. Yeah, he's trying to oscillate between the fact that he likely sexted this person and the fact that he also wanted to pretend that he believes, like, what's his mentalization of this person? Is it her as a child or her as an adult? Tricky one, okay? Tricky one.
theory
Weird
is
question.
that I sent her there to meet with her in real life at one of the most popular Renaissance fairs ever, or that their best.
Again, Saiba thought this was a crazy coincidence, and I think he reached out to some people to be like, hey, this couldn't be a thing, right? And I think most of the people he talked to were just like, no. The only way it was ever perceived in my community was like a meme and a joke that we weren't going to present because it didn't mean anything.
Wait, why is Magnus tagging me with Destiny's name? Please, no. Why am I getting mentioned in DG chat? What? Hold on. What the fuck?
Where are the children? Where are the children? Why are Somali?
This is subscribe. Weeb Eric Striker Clone who got wrecked.
So what do you?
All the radio.
Ups reacting to Jstlk, Substance tweeted a video of Jstlk reacting to Foodshops, reacting to Pisco, reacting to one of my videos.
Wow.
And then Darius is quote tweeting it.
I know.
This is a react black hole.
I know. Wow.
Let's go.
Crazy.
No, actually, you do have some level of responsibility for the people that are around you because those people are with.
Oh, there's just me talking to
Kafka.
Kafka.
Keep them in or kick them out. And
cool.
What's DGG's responsibility for Fancy Sloth and his sexual harassment?
This is when I lived in California. It was like
I don't even know who Fancy Sloth is.
Maybe? I don't know.
Interested to hear.
Maybe I should have more people on stream, just so then there's more excuses for big people to watch my content.
It's incumbent on you, if you want to talk to these people, to know
people
the
like
examples.
conversations.
Like, just to resist the totally disingenuous DGG pressure, you should know examples of some of the things they accuse you of, that they engage in, and you should say, clearly this is worse. Obviously this is worse. If you want me to entertain this conversation with you, have the
I don't
same
know
opinion.
who, you know? I just don't know who.
This thing to happen is obviously like a disgusting person who you can't conscience, right?
Yes.
When people come to me and say, hey, this Cyber guy is like evil, as I've heard that Destiny did on Twitter just recently, and I'm gonna go, I'll have that conversation if you want to ban Darius from all of your communities.
It's like, it's just such a disingenuous comparison. Like, is Darius a staple DGGer that everybody, like, no, Darius does not spend time in chat. And Darius is not like a person that we're all watching and chatting with and hanging out with. And like, I feel like there was a small period of time, like a year or two ago, I think, where Darius was trying to stream more. And there were people that were like pushing back on it. Darius is a core DGGer. I think that he's like a staple-ish of the community. No. Like, he's a person that people know.
It's a different black shirt, okay?
Like,
it's different.
Nobody's encouraging his behavior.
I swear to God, it's a different black shirt.
He's a DGG lolcow. Oh, that's kind of mean, but like...
Okay, but he is, though, right?
Jstlk's entire Discord is people constantly congratulating and encouraging the Saba guy to reach out to my lawyers, to reach out to Pixie's lawyers, to reach out to Rose's family, to be emailing her, to be harassing her, to be goading her on. I think Wicked Dipshit Supreme
I'm just trying to be fair,
that, like,
okay?
It seems like Saba Sexual is the only guy who's even done anything noble in this entire ordeal by helping that Rose, by helping Rose or whatever. And it's like, what? You guys are crazy.
They do defend him like that.
Wild.
They do defend him like that. Careful.
So the emails you posted on Twitter. Like, if Darius was engaged in any level of behavior like this, I mean, even when Darius came in and was asking me about going to see Lauren, I was like, bro, I'm not giving you any advice on this. I'm not talking about this. This is not anything I'm telling you to do. Like, this is wild, bro. I don't like. But it's like very obvious that that's the stand.
I just messaged Steven about taking my job, okay? Covering anti-fans, and this is my time slot, okay? This is my time slot, and I cover anti-fans, okay? Why are you taking my job? Why are you taking my job?
Blast it
What the
out, like,
fuck?
so
It's fucked
generally,
up.
and then they'll try to pretend that it applies in every scenario, and if you don't enforce it, then you're being a hypocrite or something. Jstlk claims they were all critical of Sabasexual. Where? What do you mean? They were all cheering him on.
Jstlk? Okay, all right. Jstlk is, some people are critical. There are some people that are critical. Absolutely. No, I think you need to acknowledge that there is definitely some people who are critical, because I saw some people who are unironically critical of Sabasexual. Okay, I have seen that. Okay, like yeah, I have seen that in Jstlk's Discord server. Okay, in the logs that Al sent. With that being said, they will go out of their way to defend Saba. Okay, like they'll still go out of their way to defend Saba, to say, well, at least Saba suggested to take down the nudes of this girl with no explanation how he is doing that, and with the assumption that he's doing it in good faith, which is retarded, right? Obviously, he's not doing it in good faith. That's retarded, right?
But I'm really not trying to bring this to the attention of the authorities, man. I'm going to block you now. The only reason we even have like these screenshots is because Saba like brags about emailing women like this.
Yep.
Like he was literally BuzzFeed. Good luck on applying. How did he even know this?
Jesus.
Please respond.
Fuck?
What's up? Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. Please take me back. Harriet, please respondo. Please more content. Please, I need something. I miss your TikToks and streams. And then sending 3 videos.
What?
I don't know what the fuck this is.
My ninja.
Apologies. I'd like to say I'm sorry for spamming you with emails and memes. I was playing into the unhinged/schizo bit. BuzzFeed, good luck on applying.
The fuck?
And apparently he did the same thing to Kelly
crazy.
Jean. I'm sure there are other women who I guess he's done.
What?
He did the same thing to Rose.
That is pretty unhinged.
And like all of Jstlk's server, they all know this. Jstlk knew this, but they all like when it's about me, I guess they always
please
like encourage it and
respond.
say it's based and
Ironically,
epic.
Please respond. I'm lonely.
I guess I got something wrong with whatever people told me about Saba, but he was still a stalker, so I don't know. It's a bit complicated. It's just very hypocritical after Jstlk complained about people going nuclear and him not liking it the other week. Then he just does the same thing himself. Isn't Saba the dude that was posting women? After telling me he wouldn't break up my ex 2 days ago, it was more cyber stalking / harassing. It literally happened the 19th of January this year. Why is he making out like I didn't have an issue with him before now? Apparently he found old pics of Kelly and was spamming them everywhere, including some where she was underage. I don't know the details on that. I think somebody emailed me that. I might post it. It's a lot. This guy is a weird dude, but like everybody in Jstlk's server loves this. It's just fucking retarded for him to pretend like Darius is the same.
the guy who showed up the address you doxed somebody at? Who
No,
sniped them?
he showed up at a
Ostensibly to
neighboring
fight them.
house. Okay.
Wait, to fight them or ostensibly to fight them? Did the guy even live there? I don't know why Darius even went there. But also, if Darius did go there, surely it wasn't because I fucking told him to. And I don't think anybody in here was like, oh yeah, go get him. Like, let's go. Like, cheer what? Like, but okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's worse harassment than anything Cyber did. So,
You're retarded. That's worse harassment than okay, chief.
sorry, that's facts.
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 By the way, I didn't go to this guy's house. I went to my next door neighbor's house and did a joke. If you paid attention at all, you can see me 5 seconds later pull up in the school by my house. Oh, so even the thing that Jstlk's citing here that I would have never supported didn't even happen. It isn't true. Okay.
That's just facts.
That's
They
just
want you
facts.
prohibitively
Let's
purchasing
go.
them. Live up to the principle you're
True.
trying
It's just
to lay
facts,
out,
okay? It's
or
just
shut the
facts.
fuck up.
Wow.
So here it is for Destiny.
It's just facts.
If you ban Darius from
Sorry.
all your communities, I'll think you're operating in good faith.
I already
I'll ban
commented
Cyber
on this
from mine.
part. Oh, they're saying
Why would you even, what is that even, a life for a
Wow.
life? Like, what are we doing here?
a life for the life. Negotiate with the terrorists. You have to do it. A life for a life makes the world go round. Okay, Based.
Oh, apparently, I think even Darius banned him for. Apparently, Darius banned him from his community for this. Somebody just sent me this screenshot. Bruh, if I can get a pic of her pussy, I'm giving up stalking after a couple days. Somebody said, when were those messages? So this was August 28th of 2023. While I was banned from Dural, so first week of August. You just don't have enough work.
I have to do my weeklies before I can play Ark. I just want to play Ark. Just want to play Ark. I didn't play Ark all day. I played like maybe one game, okay? Before I had to go and meet up with an old friend of mine. Oh my god, I have an addiction problem.
There it is.
Wonder if Jstlk will
in
watch
bed,
your
ban it from
covering
your chat, ban it
Destiny?
from your
Of
Discord.
course, I hope so, okay?
we're all
Fingers
good.
crossed. Good luck.
Okay, good one.
Fingers crossed. How's brain? I have to do my weeklies.
True.
Otherwise, I feel anxious. Oh shit. Is that it?
I just typed in chat. What did he say?
We done here?
I'm here.
This is live, by
Hours
the
of
way.
operations, 1 sec.
Oh, friend of yours? My former
Upload
roommate.
imager or a Discord and post a link in chat.
Extremely base individual. Amazing person. Beloved.
Or a video of you going from the front to the side. Break inside. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, so he's done. Okay, cool. I don't care.
I need to.
You can watch off thinking it's okay.
Okay, don't care. Okay, all right. Back to whatever this is.
I think I literally
Real
said
quick.
when I first heard about it, I was like, okay, this is incredibly funny and I can never share it with anybody because nobody will be responsible with this information. I went so far out of my way to make sure this couldn't be like turned against Kyla, and now it's being like they're trying to weaponize it against me. Like in terms of game theory, the game theoretical strategy, I can't employ game theory, right? Because I just have to stick to my morals. If I was doing game theory, like there's no way that me acting like virtuous with this and not making a big deal out of it, never ever using it against a narrative about Kyla or Destiny, it's just not rewarded in any way. Like acting as a good person is not rewarded by them in any way. They're just always gonna. Well, why play this game? Because he's doxing people in my server, tube, obviously.
1, 2.
The game. I'm literally not being given an option to play the game or not. The option is stop talking about Destiny forever, or I'll dox you and try to like rape you off of the internet. Those are the two options I'm being presented. You need to just stop trying and go for the throat. Nope, I don't care to make a platform that way. I don't care to make a platform by lying about this guy. I don't care to make a platform that way. If I can't win by being myself, by being honest about this stuff.
Oh, you're so virtuous and amazing, says the guy who like rizzed up a BBD queen, okay? Straight from the psychiatry ward. Holy shit, straight from the psych ward, all right? Pressing his big fucking flabby belly, all right? Against the window of the psych ward, okay? Making a little squeaky sound, all right? Going like, as he's like looking in, okay? To check whether or not Cherry is there, right? Making sure she stays there so then she can live stream herself there, okay? For content's sake, all right? Wouldn't that be epic content? Wow, amazing, all right? He like pressing his big flabby face. He's like, Cherry, right there. Oh my God, bro. This motherfucker who is a beached whale, okay? With the mass of a sun, okay?
Then I don't care. I'll find a different job. I can do a lot of other things, okay?
He's a lobotomy chaser.
Like I have training, I have experience, I have like a field.
Jesus.
I'm also just in general like somebody who adapts to new fields very quickly. I have no concern about going to have to work in the real world. If being honest about this means I lose. So
what? Just
that's how
work
it
in
is.
the real world
You don't
then.
like that?
What?
Well,
Just a reminder, just a quick reminder that this motherfucker, all right, his entire life is hating Destiny now, okay? That's his entire life. This is all he can do now, all right? That is one of the most pathetic existences that have ever been existenced, all right? And that's not even a word, but I have to invent the word because that's how pathetic this is, all right? With that being said, Jstlk is like, he wouldn't even play Arc Raiders because Steven plays Arc Raiders. I'll just leave it at that, okay?
too bad. Go watch someone else, okay? Go.
But don't let this distract from the fact that Tectone has spent $500,000 on Genshin Impact, okay? Unrelated, of course, but just want to point that out for no reason.
Watch someone else. Every person who's cold and calculating would move on from this. Any person, okay?
Yeah.
I just happen to be the right combination of like autistic and somewhat principled. That I'm like, okay, like go fuck yourself, terrorist, and I'm gonna keep covering this, but I'm also not gonna lie about it. Because we'll see. If that doesn't work in the end, I don't know, man.
Uh-huh.
Guess it was meant to be.
It's
Yeah.
now because we're all collaborating in the background, some giant fucking Epstein Island thing, or I don't know.
I would say, and I don't know if this will ever get to Destiny, but
It
you
got
would
to
never, like,
Destiny,
you would never be
message
okay with,
received.
or okay, you would never allow Kyla to go and reach out to other people on your behalf, right? Possibly making like trips to reach out to other people on your behalf. You'd never do that, right? That's kind of what you're saying here, I think.
That was the theory at the time. Yeah. It's so annoying that, like how schizophrenic all this shit is. Because when I talk to people like Connor's like, well, they're just criticizing you, and it's like, no, if you want to criticize me, that's fine. I don't care. This shit is way beyond that. It's so fucking weird, harassy, stalky behavior.
Like, I think in the context of him helping Rose get rid of her internet presence and noticing this, it's actually in a totally consensual way, by the way, I think like him running across this and then not just presenting it publicly or something.
Okay, before you do anything like that, shouldn't you check in with the actual victim? Shouldn't you check in with the actual victim just so then you're not like interfering with some kind of legal process that could be happening behind the scenes? Like, just in case some legal process was happening behind the scenes, maybe you shouldn't just go out of your way to interfere in actual criminal, like in actual like fucking digital, like associated with cybercrime type shit. Like, maybe you could interfere with a future investigation because you chose to do something like that. Maybe you should check in and get the permission of the actual victim first before you decide to do something like that. Like, maybe you don't want to tamper with the crime scene because you could spill your DNA all over the fucking crime scene and mess up the investigation. Maybe that's actually a thing, except that this is the cyber version of that, right? Like, again, predator hunters who go out of their way to try to like deal out justice themselves because they don't believe in the police system, and then messing up whatever investigation was already in the process by the FBI, right? This is like 101. Like Saiba literally thinks that him stalking women is something that can be glorified and justified because he thinks he's doing it on behalf of women, right? He doesn't care about their autonomy. He doesn't care about their consent. He doesn't care about discussing it with the actual victims themselves, right? He goes out and does it because he thinks he's Batman or some shit, right? But all he's trying to do is that he's trying to justify his creepy woman stalking behavior, right?
And just giving it to certain people he trusted and just getting like a gut check on it. I don't know what is the ought here, right? Like, what are you recommending he do? I understand. I would rather he didn't reach out to Rose at all, but that's mostly
just don't
optics on
do
my part, 'cause
anything.
I don't give a fuck if Rose's profiles got taken down.
Yeah, of course. Don't do anything.
Just like
That's
Destiny.
the
I don't care if her
opt.
profiles got taken down. I'd rather this optics situation not be presented where I have to like either disavow this guy who I think was just trying to do something nice for someone, who I think was trying to help. Not that means it's not bad, okay? But again, it's like a whole nuanced discussion about how bad this conduct was. It's not as bad. It's not nearly as bad as Destiny's presenting it. It's probably not nothing, but it's like not anywhere near as bad as Destiny or any of his fans are presenting it as. So will Destiny ever explain why he has doxed everyone but Solo? Dude, that's a part of that conversation I had today. Holy fuck, forgive me again. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently he said that he knows who Solo is and he won't give their identity to Pxie or say anything publicly, and he won't do anything about it until the case is over. And apparently he's got a new rationalization, which I've never heard. So if anybody's got the clip, I'd be happy to see it. That apparently this is because he's worried about it.
Why do you think that's the case? If I were to guess, the reason for that is the exact same reasoning that I just said, right? You don't want to interfere in any kind of future investigation that could take place because you don't want to mess up like anything, right? Like for example, the packet exists, but there's a reason why he's not showing the public this packet, right? What exactly is the substantial benefit of showing the public anything related to Solo, right? Any personal information related to Solo or anything like that, right? So he discerns the public information of Solo in private, okay? Let's just grant that, all right? Considering how we grant that, right? Is there any kind of benefit to revealing Solo's personal information online other than to get the feels of, oh yeah, Solo is going to be brought to justice by an online mob, right? But we all know that's not real justice, right? Mob justice is never real justice. Real justice is when you hold them account, lay out their crimes in court, and then they receive a punishment or they agree to a plea deal of some sort, right? That is real justice, right? Not whatever this online vigilante mob shit is, right? Especially for real criminals, right? Real justice for real criminals. So what exactly is the benefit of doxing Solo, okay? If doxing Solo means compromising any investigation or any future investigation of Solo, so like for example, let's just say this, okay? Let's just say that Destiny does dox Solo, all right? Destiny doxes Solo, and then people go after Solo. Okay, let's just say they swat Solo. Okay, they go and they swat Solo, or they take a visit to his house and they harass him. Right? They call him a pedo outside of his window and shit like that. Okay, now later on, if Destiny decides to pursue Solo, like seriously in a court of law, like for example, handing the packet over to the DOJ. Okay, let's just say Destiny did that. Okay, now when they look at the case, they're like, okay, we have a packet here that's serious, but then at the same time, according to the history, there's lots of people who try to fuck with this guy because their information has been leaked online. We do a little bit of investigation, all right? That's only pussies don't dox. I don't know. Is that what he said? I don't fucking know. Anyway, so they'll look at the information. They'll be like, oh my god, this person leaked this person's information online, and this is the same fucking person who is bringing it to us. This case. This is the same person who hired the law firm to prepare this packet for us. Maybe we should not. This is contaminated because now we cannot discern what part of it is genuine and what part of it is this person who hired the law firm just simply has a massive like fucking grudge against this person, okay, for some other reason, all right? And it's like spite driven or something like that, so therefore maybe Solo should get the pass, right? Maybe we should just let him go, right? So again, if you cannot, like, why would you contaminate your case like that? It's just so fucking retarded. Anyway.
Interfering with his case. What I heard before was, I'm too emotionally distraught to do anything about this, so I've not presented it to anybody. And then he realized that didn't sound like a good narrative, so he's come up with like,
yeah, that's correct. Spectators aren't held to the same guilt or standard as the person who is actually committing the crime. That's correct. Destiny is just a spectator when it comes to anything Solo has done, all right? If Solo is selling online underage nudes of Rose, right, and pretending to be Rose online to fool other men in order to sell more of these like underage nudes, right? It isn't Destiny that is involved with coordinating the crime or working with Solo behind the scenes in order to sell underage nudes, right? Destiny is involved in another drama of a different case that is civil, right? That is of a civil nature, and he is just simply a spectator, right? He's just simply who is tangentially associated, right, with the actual crime scene, right? He wasn't working with Solo to leak nudes of someone, right? That's retarded. Anyway.
2 or 3 others. First one, though, was I'm too emotionally compromised to say anything about this, to do anything about it. And then it was like, oh, the FBI doesn't care about child porn or minors getting groomed if they're 17. I'm like, I don't know. They might care about like the international sex trafficker. They might. Someone who's willing to groom minors. I'd say the issue, by the way, is not, the issue can't be that like whether Sorry, I'm arguing with shadows. This person I was like trying to talk to me earlier today, but they're like, oh, I get the sense they said something in a weird context, but they said something along the line.
Isn't Destiny catfish by Solo something? Correct.
So I get the sense that this guy's like a loser who will never be successful grooming another girl, and I'm like, dude.
Rose testified in court, and she said that, and this is under perjury. Okay, this is under like basically it's like she has to swear by it. Like she has to do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And basically, if you lie, then that is considered to be like they can impose criminal penalties upon you, right? Fines, jail time, prison time, right? If you lie about something like that. So this is something that like we can just assume is the truth. And apparently Rose has said in court by the way, that she has never talked with Steven once in her entire life. In her entire life, she has not talked with Steven even once. All right, under the perjury of the courtroom. Okay, under something like that. All right, and considering how there's no reason for her to fucking lie. Okay, like literally no reason for her to fucking lie. Like she has nothing to gain from lying about the situation. All right, we can assume that is the truth. Okay, if that is the truth, then that means the phone calls that Destiny supposedly had with Rose was actually Solo using a voice changer. The Discord calls probably was Solo using a voice changer. And it was like the entire time Rose was never a thing. Rose is Solo, right? When I'm talking about Rose, I'm talking about like the actual victim, Rose. Okay, but yeah, Rose was never a thing.
Do you think the bottleneck for adults grooming minors is how hot they are or how cool they are? No, it's that most people, 99.99999% of people, just know that it's wrong to groom minors into doing porn so you can sell the tapes on the internet. That's what prevents it. It's the laws that prevent it. The enforcement of those laws that prevents it. I don't think basically once you find somebody who's willing to do that, knowingly willing to do that to make money, you have a person who's like dangerous to all minors, like forever into the future, right? Like that's the problem, and that's why that person.
I can't wait to get done with Jstlk today. Holy shit! I've covered nothing but Jstlk yesterday, and today is going to be a Jstlk free day. Okay, inshallah. All right, good luck. Okay.
It should be dealt with. That's why that person. It shouldn't be delayed. Shouldn't be delayed over a civil case. It should be pursued now. If people have evidence.
Do you ever debate Jstlk?
If they have anything about this guy's identity, you should be pursuing it now. You shouldn't be waiting. You shouldn't be giving this guy time to move. This guy's had all the time to move he needs in the whole world. That's why it's fucked up that Destiny's hoarded all this evidence to himself and then accuses my community of protecting the Solo guy. Whose identity? Solo's identity. So Destiny's talked about it multiple times that he probably has the payment information for the Solo guy because he believes the Solo guy bought merch from him, right? So there's one of two possibilities. Either he could have subpoenaed Rose under this case because the judges have literally said we want to hear testimony from Rose. So he could have subpoenaed for Rose's information if he thought that was the payment information he wanted, or he could subpoena for Solo's under a criminal investigation. Okay, he has to explain why he's done neither, but he also wants to maintain that he's tried to find Rose as well in the past. I don't know. There's a weird dance going on there. I might be fucking up the timeline. I'm not totally sure on that, but there's like a dance he's doing where he like wants to maintain that he did try to find Rose, and that's like why it was okay for him to taunt KF into finding her, but also like he hasn't gone after Solo. I don't know. It's too late. Solo's probably already moved back to Pakistan. I hear this a lot.
Habitually contacts
rumors from the UK, and everybody assumes they're Pakistani. It's fucked up. Anyway, I think the thing that people are probably concerned about. I don't know what the child porn likes child porn laws are like in Britain. So I think that people are probably concerned, or Destiny might be concerned that there's not much he could do with like a 17-year-old getting trafficked from the US and Britain. Like British people might not want to do anything. I do think for American justice, they would be concerned about a lot of people trading the CSAM of a 17-year-old. But hey, maybe not. Maybe the FBI doesn't care about 17-year-olds their CSAM being spammed. I just can't see it. That literally doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, keep going.
Wait, how many women has this sabisexual person stalked then? So Farah, Kelly, Kyla, I guess, and then Rose.
Do you see the narrative? The narrative weaving. I believe so. Destiny could just ask Farah. I believe Farah has said that this didn't happen to Farah. Well, ZZ, you see, Kelly did complain about Saiba. Maybe I think when Spinboy and the Pickle went and found all of her old 4chan posts, or like Saiba helped there. But I never got the impression that she was mad at Saiba back then. I think she's only doing this now because Destiny's bringing it up to try to.
What's with the deal with this Spinboy person? Spinboy just seems like a schizo to me, right? Like just to be very fair, I think Spinboy only joined my server once, and they wanted to cause some shit, right? They wanted to cause some drama or some shit with me because they were like trying to aggravate me on purpose. I mean, congratulations. So then I just ended up banning him. So yeah, that's essentially what happened. And then I never saw him again. But apparently a lot of the Imgur albums, like some of the Imgur albums, all right, were actually constructed by Spinboy. The ones that I use, the Imgur albums that I use, okay, just to be very, very clear, okay, was not constructed by Spinboy, okay? They're constructed by other birdies, all right, not Spinboy. But Spinboy is one of the people behind the scenes. But I think he's open about it as well. So it's like I don't think that's entirely a secret, okay? But I like Spinboy overall is a weird person because I think they also do like weird shit. So they're not exactly the most perfect person either, but whatever, man. All right, you know, I have no love for this person either. All right, considering how they have a kind of weak reputation.
Hurt me, right? Back then, and all she's ever tried to get me to do since it happened, since those people brought up what a deranged retard she was on 4chan as a 14-year-old and how she was the exact same person back then, or however old she was, probably like a 16, 17-year-old. Nobody wants to. She doesn't like those pictures being around or the stories or anything like this. And I understand the pictures, but the stories and her responses to people on 4chan under that identity were like totally deranged. She was 25. Oh, wait, really? Anyway, Shack It Up's gonna go for a day. He will figure out the rules eventually. So anyway, Drew Negri strikes again. Oh, I forgot that she called her that. It was Kelly like seething about Jessica Negri and just being like super angry about everything, saying everybody's lying about her, constantly fighting with randoms on the internet. I don't know if any of this sounds familiar. Her being angry at other women, her fighting with random people on the internet for no reason. But these are posts from like 2012 or 2013, and people found these, right? And the people she asked me to ban repeatedly. It was never Saiba. It was Spinboy and the Pickle, right? That chick has a wicked hairline. I don't know who you're talking about. Anyway, it was Spinboy and the Pickle the whole time. Those are the only names she ever mentioned to me about banning people. So if she had like this big grudge against Saiba for all of this time, I don't understand where that came from. I get that she has like messages talking about it. I'm saying that when she decided she was going to DM me and I told her to fuck off every single time when she brought moderation things to me, was she wanted Spinboy banned and she wanted the Pickle banned. Yeah, so I don't know.
Go who? Not Pickle Nathan, right?
Oh yeah, this thing.
That's a DG regular.
Where was Erudite? No one asked Erudite where she was August 17th. Where was Erudite August 17th? Also, people keep saying no one asked. I don't know. Did Kyla not post pictures of this? If she took, was she like secretive of going here? Did she tell nobody?
Different guy? Okay.
It's just a meme, bro. It's literally just like an in-joke that was like funny to 3 people, and other people were like, say what you're talking about. It was like a whole meme. It's literally just a meme. Yeah, it's literally just a meme.
Uh-oh. Okay, here we go.
No one asked Erudite where she was August 17th. Where's Erudite August 17th? You're not asked about Erudite's location August 17th. Or where's Erudite August 17th? Where's Erudite August 17th? Where's Erudite August 17th? You can tell how serious this is to them. Like this is very serious.
It's like a joke. Yeah, it's a joke. Hey, is he making my argument for me?
Those pics were all over social media. Yeah, these are very serious people who definitely care about victims and protecting women, and that's definitely...
Again, we literally never... Yeah, it is just tone indication all the time. You guys should be outraged. You guys should be outraged. You guys should be outraged.
There's absolutely no way they care about women. If you look at Kiwi Farms, like, again, I've seen this post, okay, that literally said like, oh yeah, if I could grape women, I would get away with it. Like, if I could get away with it, I would do it. All right. Considering how that is the norm on Kiwi Farms on Destiny's thread, you know what? I'm starting to think that they don't actually care about women. Okay. If somebody is literally saying, if I could grape a woman and then get away with it, I would do it. You know what? If you make a confession like that, yeah, I'm gonna judge the rest of your thread, especially when nobody calls it out. Okay.
Aren't these guys insane?
None of you guys care about women. None.
I believe Kelly argued that cyber harassed her recently.
In fact, you guys actively hate women. All right. So yeah.
I think in general, unless Kelly's literally a topic for one of these things, we probably just continue with the ban on mentions of Kelly. She's like a very shitty person who's going to try to hurt anybody she thinks has wronged her forever with no concern. Literally can't see when people do nice things for her. She will be bitter and alone forever. So this is what it is, man.
Doesn't Destiny post docs to the Kiwi Farms himself? Wrong. Destiny posts the docs to his own DG chat in an effort to find Solo. Destiny posts Rose's docs so then Kiwi Farms can then use Rose's docs to find Solo for him. But then at the time, Destiny did not know that Rose was going to be underage actually.
Jesus, good memes.
Is he actually getting one shot by the 817?
Because at that point in time, we didn't have the information that we have now. At that point in time, it was like a 50-50 because I think my theory at the time was that Rose was an accomplice. I'm pretty sure that was my theory at the time, was that Rose was people who were there can like back me up on this. Huh? What do you mean frozen? What do you mean? Wait, what? Am I frozen? Why'd you say frozen? Why'd you say that? No, nothing's wrong. Why'd you say frozen?
He means
okay,
yes.
Thanks, I guess.
He's presenting them as serious, but also saying these people don't take it seriously. It's like a joke. It's like a joke, guy. It's like a joke, man.
I swear to God, Visual, if you say frozen one more time, okay? I love you, okay? Tier 5 sub, all right? So I'll let you go just this once.
Does this shit happen to people way more famous than you, like Hollywood celebs? Probably to some extent.
Good troll, okay? Good troll.
But this is why I think they only ever talk to like other celeb people. All right, I'm trying.
I think this whole thing is like sort of it's like idea inoculation, right? He wants them inoculated against the idea that this could be presented as a joke. He wants it to be like an obvious like bad thing to them. You know what I mean? That if they run into the wrong person who like knows the context, he wants them to know that it's like, oh, this is like evil. You can't let anybody tell you it's a joke. You just need to know. You need to take that forward.
Long time. Good luck.
So she ran back to Steven yet? I think she's fine with Destiny now. Like I just can't imagine she spends very much time trying to go and fuck with Destiny at all. Also, I think she really wants this whole thing to fail, like this stream or whatever. I think she just really wants it to fail so she can do her whole bit. You know?
Wait, Farha?
I do. I will say I would very much rather this stream has died than ever talk to Kelly.
Sure. Oh, Kelly. Sorry, my bad, Kelly. Yes, of course, dude. I don't think Kelly has run back to Steven. Okay, I don't think that has happened. Okay, but whatever. He can believe what he wants. Okay, I don't think that has happened. Like outside of that one talk, I don't think there's any news or indication. Like for example, in Kelly's Discord server, it's still full of anti-fans. Like that has not changed. It's still full of anti-fans. Okay, so no, I don't think Kelly has reestablished a bridge to Steven. Okay,
she's concerned about that. Listen, we're not inviting Kelly back. Okay. All right, so that's that stream. Let's get all of this shit done right now. Destiny loses the lawsuit to Pxie. Trust me, I don't think unless they somehow get like Discord logs showing that he did this, which I don't know if they got any subpoenas or any retention things that actually would allow them to do this, then I don't think they'll win on their current evidence. I don't think the current evidence as it stands is enough to go, actually,
the narrative changes.
Actually, like we're gonna find a big
she's not gonna win now. Okay, cool.
You want to do a full-blown Kelly mention ban? We can do that. Well, I don't really need it to affect general chat in the Discord. I just in chat in general, it's like if people are like, oh, you should bring Kelly back. I'm just like, nah, it's just time you out. That behavior will just disappear from the chat, even ironically. I just don't want association. But in the Discord, I don't really care because I know there are people who are in both communities. I
Too
don't wanna, I don't wanna totally
salty.
ban them.
So salty.
I don't want like cross posting trying to form drama between the two communities. But if you're just like talking about Kelly because she said something, is fine. Bring Carrier back into stream.
Angry.
Carrier is just there's just never be any purpose. The person I talked to today was just like Carrier. It's like actually
What? Did Jstlk finally debate Carrier? Wait, hold the phone. Hold the fucking
depressing to
phone.
even think that people like this exist. I'll be real. I don't want to. I don't want any sort of reputation for leaking DMs, so I'm like not gonna do it. But holy fuck,
Oh no! No, it was in private. Wow, way to ruin it.
man! Like holy fuck, actually.
It was in private. Fuck.
Okay, so we got this clip. I think we go from this one to. He probably addressed the Mouton thing in this. Wait, if I click on this timestamp,
Why is it
I
in
think they just tried to present it.
private?
I can do the Mouton thing in 2 seconds. Hold on.
Why was it in private?
It's like right here at the end, right? Every time him watching the rant about Mouton, I'll just watch his reaction to it. I'm gonna zoom in because I'm a little concerned about them spamming like possible docs info in the chat. You know, this is true. Yes, we found a new EPG.
So I'll just read because this guy's got pictures of this fucking rose girl posted everywhere too, which is a little bit weird. And
Oh wait, hold on. Didn't he comment? I thought he commented on this.
should have roasted Kiwi Farms.
Oh well, there's that one. Hold on. Any evidence of this happening? Any evidence that I had anything to do with it that I didn't disavow?
I'm not even sure if Jewish people exist online, okay? I'm still experimenting with that, okay? Let me know.
Okay, I'm just going to describe it because I'm not going to go splunk around in this spot. He basically says that the only reason I'm going after Mouton is because Mouton is back on his stream and that I would never harass Mouton unless Mouton went back on the stream. When in fact, when I'm talking about, I'm telling people like, don't go after him, don't like shit on him, whatever, was when he rejoined the stream, I said, don't shit on him, don't go after him, like, guys got to make a bag, I get it, it's fine. It was when he finally started saying, and he said it multiple times, that these people, referring to my community, are not worthy of moral consideration, endorsing doxing and
Hey,
whatever
let's
harassment comes with it.
go.
He
True.
said this multiple times. These people keep doxing. These people aren't worthy of moral consideration. He said this multiple times.
Big
And that is
fan.
a direct endorsement of Destiny's doxing campaign and any other doxing or harassment that might go on. If he's going to step into it like that, then yeah, I'm going to talk shit about you. I'm going to talk shit about you. I'm going to...
I mean, because they took away all of their humanity in exchange for evil, okay? They took whatever left of their humanity with them, all right? And they exchanged their soul and they made a deal with the devil, all right? So, you know what? Yeah. Whatever, man. You know, it's like they're like Dios's henchmen from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, okay? They made a deal with Dios, okay? And they've been enraptured by his sexiness, all right? Except that nobody is sexy on the anti-fan end, all right?
I'm going to say whatever I actually think about you. I'm not going to hold back. Normally, and these people don't realize it, I keep the temperature turned down because I don't want anybody to feel like I'm trying to get them harassed or anything like that. But if you're going to straight up like green light whatever the fuck on me, right? You're going to green light whatever harassment on me, whatever doxing anything on my community members, then fuck you forever. I mean, now,
Forever.
I still don't endorse doxing you, harassing you in real life. I don't even...
Bro, it's already happened, okay? Like, it's just so oh, yeah, wow, it would never happen. This stuff would never happen. It's already happened, okay? It's not like you were holding back in the first place,
endorse
right?
like DMing you to harass you. I endorse no direct harassment of any kind. I endorse literally just me venting about what a piece of shit you are for not having any idea about the situation. You would never have a talk about this directly with anyone, right? You're a total fucking coward. You'd never have this conversation with anybody. You can't prove anything you think. You are just a mindless drone who shows...
What, has Destiny not debated this at this point? Like what more does Destiny have to do? Like, I'm just curious, right? Like, what more does Destiny have to do to prove to you that, like, to prove to you anything? I'm just curious. Like what does Destiny have to do?
Up to suck Destiny's cock for money. That's
I missed
you.
my favorite intro. You're fine.
Fuck you. That's it.
Whoa.
I'd probably even stay away from the appearance attacks from now on. But it's like actually insane that people will moralize about this.
Well, I won't. You're fat.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Oh,
what? Why does that always sound like he's choking on ghost dick? His laugh perpetually sounds like he's choking on dick, okay?
it's shit like that. Like you're just stepping into the arena, right? You're like explicitly stepping into the arena, trying to get in a fight. If Mouton wants to have a conversation, I tried to go to Dan, okay? Not that I talked to Dan. I've never talked to Dan before. But I was like, hey, I'll call in and talk to this guy. I'll apologize for the appearance attacks, okay? I'll actually apologize for those. But I just want to know why he actually thinks this is happening. I want to know why he
It's
actually
insane.
like endorses the doxing campaign, why he endorses the harassment. Because I think I know, but he has to understand that like at some point
By the way, Magabest, you can farm this one as well, okay? Might as well. Every single Jstlk segment is like a fucking cash prize, okay, waiting to be won. All right,
I believe he got hit as well by Kiwi Farms. Okay,
Wow.
I'll just say I'm not gonna say, but it was considerably after Destiny had started his doxing campaign. Mouton should understand that by coming to the stream, signing up to be like the guy who's gonna say it's morally justified to dox these people, by being that guy, you have under Destiny's worldview, under his idea of how things should work, you have signed up for that exact action to be taken against you. You have explicitly done so. That's not my fault. I don't endorse it. I think it's awful because I don't need to over stuff on the internet.
Also, considering the amount of non-Destiny videos are on the docket these days, yeah, might as well, okay? Every single piece of Destiny content we can scrape up.
Like wish people to feel
Unless the balance is disrupted again, then I'm gonna go back to non-Destiny videos.
in fear of their safety in any way. I don't want that. But when you step into the arena, you're willing to endorse all these tactics. And then Destiny's opinion is, well, if you're even remotely adjacent to this, you're a target, right? Destiny's opinion is, well, Pisco let somebody talk shit about me in his chat, so Pisco's a target now. That's Destiny's world, right?
Wow.
Mouton has to
That's
understand that he
crazy.
has signed up for this shit.
Wow.
I hope. And again, if I ever found out that you were
Leaking status.
even if there were like reports reports of you guys going to Mouton's chat and like calling him an F-slur or something, I would ban you. Just so you know, when you come here and you consume this content, if you're going to go as a member of this community and try to harass this guy or harass people around him, you will just get banned.
What reputation are you protecting? Like, I'm just wondering, like, genuinely asking, like, what reputation does Jstlk think he's protecting at this point? Like, what is left of his community's reputation after everything? You're stuck on Kick. Nobody wants to watch you except when you're covering Destiny, right? What reputation do you have left? Like, what exactly are you trying to protect here? Genuine question, okay? I promise.
I get to vent. You don't get to vent.
Like, what
okay?
are you trying to protect?
You don't get to vent outside of this chat, is how it is. You are so soy. I know. It's so gay.
Okay,
I know. Every
cool.
time it's so fucking gay.
I mean, this is the same person who said to Kelly when they were having their beef, oh, just leak it all. Just leak all my DMs with you. Just leak all my DMs with you. And he thinks that he'll look good at the end of it, okay? So, you know what? He's pretty delusional, so...
Okay, so you have to be able to prove they're evil, which is basically subjective standard. Mr. Mouton, 100%. Mr. Mouton would 100% accept a, like, 20 mark bonus to be the guy who pulls the lever on the gas chambers, right? Like,
what?
That's just facts. That's just facts. And we don't like anti-Semites here, Mr. Mouton.
I don't know if that's the... What? That's such a crazy... If Mr. Mouton turned down a gambling deal, why the fuck wouldn't he turn down a deal where he is doing some crazy shit like that? What? So, dude.
I don't like anti-Semites.
Damn,
okay?
bro.
Kind of not welcome around here.
Wow.
Anyway, here's the clip. Well, that was one of the clips. I think there are multiple moments where he does this, including, which I didn't know when I went on the rant, I don't believe, including one where Destiny goes, whoa! Destiny, of all people, goes, whoa! You can't say that. You can't say they're not worthy of moral consideration. That's crazy. But he said it multiple times. He's just straight up. He was part of the group that was laughing at Esports Batman when Esports Batman asked Destiny why he was getting doxxed, right? Like, these people don't realize that they are the explicit harassers. They are the Kiwi Farms. It's them.
Boring.
What was the end
We
of the
heard
clip?
this 1
The end of the
billion
clip was
times
me
at
saying
this
that
point.
Mr. Mouton is the guy who would take the 20 mark bonus to pull the lever on the gas chambers, right? Like, he would gas the Jews explicitly just for the bonus. Like, he's literally like, well, you guys did fuck up our economy and you tried to ruin us in World War I, so whoop, you're gas now, right? Just whatever Goebbels said was the propaganda.
No, he wouldn't.
No,
what
you're
the
gas now. Bye.
fuck?
That's Mr. Mouton.
If he turned down a gambling sponsorship in which I would keep, why in tarnation would he accept a deal that is more heinous than that? That makes no sense, okay? That makes zero sense, all right? Like, none, basically.
So, GG. Anyway, I think that was the
All
last
right,
clip
cool.
there.
Guess we're just gonna move on by. All right, cool. No explanation.
Where is this?
Cool.
I think we're on to the next stream, right?
That makes
the one where we get all the...
This makes no sense.
It's him ranting about his case.
And you know how I am, okay? I'm not friends with Mr. Mouton or Dan or whatever, all right? But that's a crazy characterization. But... Okay, all right, move on. Do your shit, King, I guess.
This whole section's a lot.
Haven't they submitted anything to Discovery? What does the court do at that point? I mean, if they survive the motion to dismiss, now it's our turn to probably start filing a bunch of motions on stuff, but
So Destiny just like talking about his court case the next day, one of these next days. So he says, okay, well, if they don't file the motion to dismiss, we have to file a whole bunch of
it
stuff.
becomes how much money do I want to spend filing motions? Like,
Becomes how much money do we want to spend filing motions? Didn't this guy oppose like Pxie getting the leaks taken down from Kiwi Farms? Didn't he oppose like their request for a paper limit increase, a page limit increase?
Yeah, because the demand for that one, okay, the specific demand for that one was only to get Cherry's shit taken down, okay? But it wasn't to get Destiny's shit also taken down, all right? Just to be very clear what he's talking about here, okay? It wasn't that Destiny prevented, it wasn't just that Destiny prevented, like, not Cherry, fuck, Pxie, right? It wasn't that he prevented Pxie from getting her shit taken down from Kiwi Farms. It was that, sorry, yeah, not Cherry, fuck me, sorry, misspeak. It was that he had to pay money for himself to take his own shit off. But I guess Pxie gets to pay no money to get her shit taken off? Just such a weird demand. All right, very
Right? He literally
spike-driven
opposed
demand.
a motion to have extra pages on a motion. The most deranged shit. I don't know how much that cost him. He was like, no, Andy B, write it up and submit it, okay? The motion to oppose them asking for an additional page on their motion. Hasn't he been complaining about their motion spam? Yes, he has.
we would do like motions on spoliation and everything because they've been deleting and hiding shit, and now we know that for a fact after Discovery, or after that deposition, especially of Lauren de Laguna. They haven't turned over anything, so we could file motions to compel, but Pixie's never turning over anything because this is all
Dude, the deposition of Lauren de Laguna is going to be cinema, okay? When the transcript for that comes out, we're going to have a field day, okay? On God, we're going to have a field day. Inshallah, mashallah, all right?
a joke there. I don't expect it to.
Amen.
Like, I have no conversation between her and Aaron. I have no conversation between her and Lauren. I have no conversation between her and
Shalom.
basically anybody. So she just didn't turn over fucking anything.
Like call me crazy.
That's going to be
I
so
do feel
fun
like
to cover. Holy shit.
wouldn't a court just say, oh, you're not going to turn over this thing while we think you have this thing? Why would a court just let him? What's the proof of spoliation? So he'll say that it is Lauren de Laguna saying in a deposition. She had like a 9-hour deposition or something. I believe Lauren de Laguna said some shit like, what was it? It was, I'm trying to think.
Dude, just I can just imagine. Oh my God, Destiny reading Lauren de Laguna, them questioning Lauren de Laguna. Oh my God, dude. Oh
It was
my
that her and
God.
Pxie talked via Signal with
It'd be
auto-deleting
so
messages.
fucking funny.
Right? And so he says that's spoliation. Now, I will argue that he has said 100 different times that Lauren de Laguna is not relevant to the case. She's not party to the case. I don't know why, if that was his belief, he would have thought that Lauren and Pxie have to save their chats.
Okay, great. If she's not okay, if she's not a part of the case, then she has nothing to worry about, okay? So when her transcript gets released, okay, you get to like fucking chicken McChill, okay? 9-hour depot, she was for sure debating herself. She probably thinks that she's like Saul Goodman or some shit. She thought that she was Sally Goodman, going in there thinking that she's some kind of anime character, anime protagonist, and then getting her like ass handed to her by Andrew Brettler, 100%. 100%.
I don't know if you didn't see it, but BB Poison gifted 25 subs. I literally didn't see it. I literally didn't see it at all. Oh my god, what? I didn't see that at all.
By the way, this is the same person who said, okay, that he can make far more money covering Hassan, all right? He can make hundreds of thousands of dollars covering Hassan, but he got gifted 25 subs. He got gifted 25 subs covering the Destiny shit, okay? Good memes. Good memes, okay? Good memes all around.
No, he didn't give 25 subs. He subbed for 25 months. Thank you very much for BB Poison.
Okay, never mind. Okay, fuck me. All right, taking it back. Okay, 25 months is still technically 25 subs, okay? Like, this person this long. Like, if you cover something else and you don't cover Destiny anymore, that person's gonna cancel their membership, right?
25 months.
Boom.
That was 25 months.
Yep.
Not 25 subs. That's why I missed it, because it was an individual sub and I don't get the notification for those.
Yeah, me neither. I don't get
the notifications pile up sometimes, so if it's not like a TTS, I think I shut them off mostly. Or set of gifted subs. Also, when they talked, well, I do think it was probably, has the court determined that to be spoliation? No, he's saying they'd have to file a motion to say they believe it's spoliation, because that is what Pxie's team did, was they alleged spoliation without filing a motion against that or something. There's like literally a motion you can file to allege spoliation. Wait, how much time do we have? We got an hour left. We probably have like more time on this as well. We can just go until we're done. We'll just go until we're done.
Lauren admitted to her and Pxie using Signal since the very start of this case to auto-delete every message. So I mean, like, yeah, they haven't produced Abby for a deposition. Like, it's all just unserious shit.
Is it on them to produce Abby for a deposition? Wouldn't you just have to serve Abby? But by the way, when he was complaining about not having Abby for like a deposition, they didn't subpoena her originally for a deposition, right? They only produced as documentation evidence that they subpoenaed her for, what was it, logs or something? I think messages. So that's not her failing to come to a deposition. She wasn't summoned to that trial, that hearing they had. She wasn't like requested to be there by anyone.
Apparently she told Brettler something like, this is like a date, maybe we should do it again. And Brettler was like, that is highly inappropriate. You know what I think? I think that Lauren De Laguna just has a thing for men in higher authority, okay? Martin Shkreli, Destiny, and I guess Andrew Brettler, okay? You know what? I think that's a valid explanation, okay? She just has a thing for men in high, which is, by the way, a very typical, that is a very typical, like, attraction thing that women has. So, you know what? That's not entirely, like, a crazy guess, all right? Just saying.
Like, he keeps saying that, oh, they haven't produced it, I don't think they have to. I think she signs the thing, and then it's, like, in court, basically, if they want to use that piece of evidence, right? Which I understand that feels like a loophole. And maybe there is an argument that for a motion to dismiss, if that person refuses to appear when subpoenaed to be deposed, if she refuses to appear, it's possible that...
I hate women. I hate women.
I do think it's possible to consider that and consider not not including that as a reason to provide subject matter jurisdiction. See you, Kyrioko. Have a good one, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know. But I think the thing that'll hurt them the most is, again, on the motion to dismiss, where they had the chance to establish subject matter jurisdiction to say the court can hear this case, they did nothing.
Marty Epstein, thank you for the 5 gifted. Let's go. Huge W. Massive. Thank you, Marty Epstein. Literally the biggest oiler, okay? 15 subs, 10 of which came before the intro screen was even finished. They so much, Marty. Appreciate it, man.
All they did was they hired that weird Jesus guy to try to nitpick at my evidence, but they did nothing to affirmatively support their case, especially in response to a motion to dismiss. Like, this is the easiest point for them to affirmatively declare they have a case. They could submit literally fucking any evidence whatsoever. They could make shit.
Oh my god, thank god I'm not playing Ark at the moment, okay? Holy shit. I don't think I could handle like his fucking no, I can't do it. Okay, I can't do it. Okay.
That's what they wanted, but they submitted nothing. So
they could make shit up if they wanted. I do believe that the Abby thing gets them through. Like, unless there's a reason to toss the Abby deposition, which I assume would have to be filed as a motion. I assume that just gets them through. That's what every lawyer I've seen comment on this say. That like the Abby deposition just gets them through this. That he has not provided. Like, basically he said, well, here's the DMs that I saved, and it's not there. It's like, well, I do believe that's something for a jury to decide whether they think your collecting these DMs was effective. I do think that is a jury, like a jury issue.
What can you do, right?
But we'll see. Maybe they rule not.
Oh shit!
Like I'd say on that one, I'm probably like 30% leaning towards they rule it a jury issue. Like 10 to 15% they dismiss, and then like whatever the rest is, 65% unknown, 55% unknown.
I don't know. Compelling Abby will help with the MSJ. Yeah, I mean, I imagine we'll probably file that to compel. I mean, that's the only witness. She kind of has
all cars. Great.
If they haven't filed something to compel, then I don't see any reason. If they haven't pushed the issue on that, I don't understand why they're upset. Don't they ask Discord? Well, I don't know if they've gotten actual subpoenas through to talk to Discord. I have no idea. They'd have to subpoena Discord, and I don't know if they did, and I don't know if Discord would have stuff retained, so difficult to say. And yeah, I do wonder, like, why wouldn't they have filed the motion to compel Abby to, for as long as he's been bitching about it on stream, why would they have not filed the motion to dismiss? In Destiny's own words, anything said in public that isn't filed in something is a statement you shouldn't take seriously. So when he consistently complains about how Abby won't appear for a deposition, if they haven't filed a motion to compel her to appear, they haven't filed a motion to press the issue. Nice. I do wonder why we care. Indeterminate ZZ Sidewalk Chalk. A lot of people think he just ran the guy over. I'd say probably leaning towards just ran the guy over, but I wanted to run with the theory.
To sit for a deposition, of course. But I mean, I don't know if it'll even get that far. We'll see. Because it's got to look really bad that the only witness they have, they didn't produce for a deposition or depose themselves.
So that is just a really stupid thing, isn't it? That they didn't depose this person themselves. Why would they need to depose them when they have a sworn statement? Not literally sworn, but a statement under penalty of perjury from the person. I don't know why they would need anything else.
Where's the line of privacy and destroying evidence?
Cue intro. Anything else?
Not really that line at all. Your privacy is highly violated. I turned over a lot of personal/intimate conversations to Pxie that she now has access to. But
So if I
By the way, this includes, just so you know, okay, just how inconsiderate like he is, okay. Sorry, she is. That also means information pertaining to other people, okay. So if they are talking about other people, the fact that he cooperates with her like this, in the beginning, right? The fact that like he has even done this is wild, also because again, that also violates the privacy of other people. Now Pxie knows what other people are telling Destiny, okay. That is like again, like that's just a very nasty thing, right? Anything that is related to what she has demanded in terms of DMs that Destiny has had with other people, including personal information of other people that are not involved in the lawsuit, but it just happens to be within the same conversation that they are asking for, right? Now Pxie has access to that, and now she knows that, right? So let's just say you don't want Pxie to know this dirt, okay? But now she'll know that dirt. That's crazy. Yeah. Anyway,
sue you, I can sue you.
not good.
I'm so glad that he's done talking about his personal life, by the way, one day ago.
So people who trust in Destiny to like tell Destiny their own personal information, right? Because Destiny has like he does have credibility, right? To not reveal other people's personal information, and he'll even lie to protect other people's personal information, which is like among the only times that he has ever lied, I guess, which I think is a justified form of lying. Then yeah, like it's just unfathomable to me, but whatever.
Guys, 2026 is the year we don't talk about the
Insane.
personal life anymore, okay? Only stream stuff, only politics or stream stuff, all right? Not talking about the personal at all. Next year.
you're laughing, but unironically, yeah, that's one of the reasons why civil suits can be so painful. A lot of the stuff that you see that like comes out from court cases and stuff is people leaking stuff or stuff just coming out as a result of discovery. It's an incredibly invasive process. Yes, this is one of the things that I think.
Yep.
I think one of the reasons why I was maybe discouraged from following the suit as far as I have is because lawyers are realistic and understand that their clients maybe lie or hide things from them sometimes. I think every lawyer probably has that, where it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, like all my shit is fucking leaked. I have fucking nothing at all to hide at this point. Like fuck me. So yeah, I had no problem. You know, yeah, here, have some conversations, go through it. But she's turned over basically nothing for a good reason.
Wow. Destiny, never. He would never.
Never
Guys,
what?
I know this is like the 8th year in a row I've had to give the speech about how I know that these people said I was bad, but like I'm moving on from toxic people. I know this is like the 8th year running I've given the same speech about how I'm leaving all the toxic people in the past and they all lied about me and it's all gonna be fine going forward. I know this is the 8th year in a row, but this time I really mean it. This time I really
You're laughing, but unironically, yeah, that's one of the reasons why civil.
What, just like how Jstlk said again and again that he's going to stop covering Destiny because it's not good for his career, but he just can't help himself but cover Destiny again and again. Just so you know, okay, I literally did not cover Jstlk for the longest while because he's had his longest break from Destiny so far, okay? He has not covered him all that much for like an entire extended period of time. So I decided to myself, you know what? I'm just like not going to cover, I'm not going to cover anybody who does not cover like Destiny like that, right? Like if Jstlk wants to cover like other drama and other like pieces of content, like for example, one person that I just pretty much almost like, I mention him, but I don't like make videos nonstop about him anymore, right? Yeah, because I think before I like the amount of videos I made on this person was way more, is Queeman, right? Like I'm pretty sure my most recent video on Queeman was regarding Loner Box. It was not even concerning Destiny. It was concerning Loner Box, which is a different case all like entirely, right? Like that's a different case entirely. So yeah, just so you know, like I will lay off, right? Like I will literally lay off once you stop, okay? I will lay off once you stop, all right? I'm not here to hunt you down to the ends of the earth, okay? That's retarded. I don't have time for that, okay? I got other things I need to cover. Also, you're boring to watch, all right? But you know what? You're good money. So what else can I do? You're good money, right? But yeah, I mean, you also said that like you weren't gonna, and where are we now?
It's gonna be so painful. A lot of the stuff that you see that like comes out from court cases and stuff.
I think Jstlk is talking so much about that because he has to rely on that because otherwise nobody watches
people
it.
leaking
That's
stuff or stuff just coming out as a result of discovery. It's an
course.
incredibly invasive process. Yes, this is one of the things that I think one of the reasons why I was maybe discouraged from following the suit as far as I have is because lawyers are realistic and understand that their clients maybe lie or hide things from them sometimes. I think every lawyer probably has that, where it's like, I don't know why, but no.
My lawyer signs off on all of my public statements.
Like all my shit is fucking leaked. I have fucking nothing at all to hide at this point. Like fuck me. So yeah, I had no problem. You know, yeah, here, have some conversations.
Instead of going, why don't you just like actually say what you think, what you're thinking right now, right? Were you gonna say that maybe Destiny has lied to Andrew Brettler about Rose? Maybe Destiny has lied, whatever. Just so you know, okay? Destiny would probably most likely not be as foolish as to do something like that, okay? I can only say most likely, just mainly because I can never know what actually happens behind the scenes. However, everything everything you tell a lawyer, okay, is under strict confidentiality, and Andrew Brettler's amazing career would be put into jeopardy, in which there's literally no reason for Andrew Brettler to do, okay, considering how he has defended other crazy people who are convicted, right, like Prince Andrew, right? Why the fuck, again, okay, like considering the reputation of this lawyer, it's even more unlikely, right? Everything you tell a lawyer is strictly confidential, okay? Unless your client was literally gonna go out and harm somebody immediately, or there's a high risk of them harming somebody. If your client is like very suicidal and they're literally they made a suicide plan and everything like that, then yeah, as a lawyer, like you need to intervene to stop them from KMS or stop them from harming anybody else or doing something like that, right? That's your duty as a lawyer, yeah.
Go through it. But she's turned over basically nothing for a good reason.
Immediate harm, right?
Hold on, I'm trying to think of what sell this. So signal.
I mean, like Kafka said, right? Like Kafka said, as a lawyer, sometimes you would want to kill the opposition, okay? Physically, all right? As a joke, obviously as memes. But like, this is how hard you're willing to go for your client, okay? How hard are you willing to go for your client? Murder mode, okay?
Just deletes chats automatically?
Nope, it doesn't. You have to set it to do it, which she did, and she admitted that.
Because once a lawyer accepts you as their client, like you are an extension of that lawyer, just like how a lawyer is an extension of you, okay? You guys will become inseparable, at least for the next few months. Inseparable, all right?
Under deposition, so.
I didn't know that.
Again, I thought she wasn't related, but I guess the absence of evidence here. I'm glad that Destiny's just come to all my
Not evidence of absence.
Like, I would argue that Abby with her contemporaneous messages basically means that if Destiny's the only source of those DMs, that probably like you need some other source. That him deleting them, trying to clear all that out before anything had gone through. I thought that was quite bad, right? But now he's agreeing, basically. He's agreeing. Hey, it's your job to keep all of this there on that platform. It's your job. Your job. Your burden.
What has she turned over, Pxie?
I guess he's arguing. You could argue he means that they should download it as well. Again, just that she's not related. So no, dude. His own arguments come back to bite him on this. How did he argue for so long that she's unrelated? How do you like this guy again? Honestly, like a lot of the drama content. When the breakup with Max happened, I didn't think Max was like that bad a person. I thought they were both like kind of bad people. I never really bought the hit job on Max. Like I could kind of just see that. Like I was like,
what? So now Mr. Girl is vindicated in your eyes? God, you're so fucking shameless. Not only, God, wow, what a crazy string of coincidences, isn't it? Now, oh wow, not only is Mr. Girl vindicated in your eyes, but Hassan is also vindicated somehow in your eyes. And everybody that Destiny has ever hated is now vindicated, including Lavloon, including all of these. Ah, okay, all the villains are now vindicated. All right, I got you.
I guess I kind of get like, why he's going after Max. He feels like violated personally. But I didn't see Max as like a bad guy. I saw Max as somebody who maybe like misinterpreted some evidence. And then I found out that Max didn't really misinterpret at all. He kind of just had, although he didn't have the evidence.
Oh, okay.
I guess soul read this guy.
Cool.
That's like the only other way to put it, right? Like Max just like nailed this guy from like the jump. So, but it was like the Max, Abba, Lav, fucking low tier god, Anna, was it like Black Anna? The fuck was that black girl's name? Not Anastasia.
And
Alicia. Like all those, all of that content was great.
That was amazing. That was unironically
no, Max was fucking
amazing.
psychopathic. Max insisted that it was one way, and it wasn't. It absolutely was that way. The pattern Max prescribed or described was totally true, completely correct. He did not have people who were willing to stand with him on that. Anivor came out like 2 years later on my stream and basically backed up all of the things Max actually asserted that Destiny said, oh, well, you don't have any proof of this. Anivor literally came out and said that that was all correct. What Max said was correct.
Yeah, and Anivor also DM'd me to say that, oh, I can't believe you're doing this. Why are you defending Destiny when I was first coming out with defending Destiny? Okay, but yeah.
The entire thing he did there, if you bought that Krieger, that was him muddying the waters in the same way he's doing now. I'm not even saying Max is like a good person, although I don't think he's like an evil person. I don't personally, but I don't need you to like Max or think he's a good person. I'm saying that with regards to Destiny, he was correct in his descriptions of Destiny, 100% correct.
Wow.
And then he just didn't have enough evidence to show it.
Epic. It's epic, dude.
Yeah. Again, if you want to argue, we could go read like the first couple paragraphs of that article. I'll argue the read was correct, right? His thesis was correct, and then his evidence was not enough to put together. I think Max is an
Bro, it was like a 500-page schizo post. What the fuck even has time to read it, let alone write it? He like Mr. Girl was literally mentally ill when he wrote that fucking article. Like, has to be. It's the only possible explanation. It was crazy.
evil person. I'll stand on that even outside of the actions with Destiny. Okay, well, luckily I didn't say Max was a good person. I just said he soul read Destiny and totally perfectly described him. Possibly. Listen, maybe I have a bad read on Max. And the reason he soul read Destiny perfectly is because he saw something similar in Destiny. He was able to like just project his own mindset onto Destiny. But he did soul read him. He did have him totally 100% correct. But like, by the way, I'll say again, I don't think Max is like evil or something. I don't think so. I don't think that. But I'm willing to say that I could be wrong on that. And maybe I just have a bad read on him. Clearly I had a bad read on Destiny. Although I don't know if I describe Destiny as evil. He's just not somebody who gives moral consideration to other people. Like in his own, like in how he treats them.
You realize most evil people don't even realize that they're evil, right? Like, I'm sure Pisco doesn't think of himself as an evil person when he's when he's doing evil actions, right? Like, just to be very clear on how this works precisely, right? Most people don't believe that they're evil, especially the evil people don't actually believe that they're evil, okay? Right? I'm sure Handsome Jack thinks of himself as a hero for the Borderlands, okay?
There's nothing there.
Pxie basically just went through a whole bunch of messages on Discord, and anything that mentioned, or no, it was a couple mentions of my name, so I've got like X
Did Anivor literally presented the DMs, we've gone over them multiple times on Stream Accelerati, of her basically being like, I really hate it that your community calls me a stalker. And he's like, well, I'll fix your reputation later. For now, just let me like rub your legs and feet, right? The explicit, hey, let me have like some kind of sexual thing with you. He's a foot fetish. Let me have some kind of sexual thing with you. And then after that, we will maybe look at fixing your reputation. Very gross, very weird.
By the way, he didn't need to put in the feet part, but just so you know, okay, he is absolutely king shaming and doing like revenge porn, making fun of revenge porn type shit here, right? Anytime like texts get leaked of like sexting and shit like that, anytime sexting gets leaked, technically that is like in my mind that is equivalent to revenge porn. Yeah, that's equivalent to revenge porn because this is a private sexual interaction that didn't need to be out in the open to prove any kind of allegation most of the time. And if you're bringing it up on stream and you're mocking him for having like some kind of like foot fetish or some shit like that, in my opinion, you're just literally just like fucking putting out revenge porn, okay, in my opinion. But you know what? Whatever, okay? You do your thing, okay?
Weird.
Anyway.
Right? While presenting to the public, and he threatened to leak her nudes to prevent her from leaking these DMs at the time. If she'd leaked these DMs at the time, it would have gone really badly for him, right? Because she was basically saying, you're calling me crazy, but we talk like often. And he went, no, you're crazy. And if you leak anything about me, you leak any of my sex, I'll leak some pictures of you. I got some pictures of you that I'm gonna leak. Like, dude, it's crazy. I don't really care to argue the whole thing on Max's reputation. I'm not concerned about Max's reputation. As far as I can tell, it seems like Max and his girlfriend are pretty happy now that they've basically exited this space totally.
They often make fun of things.
I tend to lean towards the stuff with the girlfriend was art, and maybe we see it differently. It's like art. It's like the whole bit thing. I don't really want to go through the Max stuff, to be honest with you. I just say that for whatever reason, maybe it's because he's evil, maybe it's because he's insightful, maybe it's because he's schizophrenic and he is a monkey. He's the 10,000th monkey who got the script perfect. I don't know what the reason is, right? I literally don't know what the reason is that Max was able to soul read Destiny so perfectly, but he did. That's really all we have to talk. It's all we have to acknowledge. It's fine. Okay.
He's just suddenly so correct.
I don't know. I don't really remember the content.
Excerpts from some conversations, and then I would say probably 70 to 80% of the discovery they turned over to me was just a giant group chat that all 6 of us were in for like planning events in Miami and shit. And that was it. Otherwise, I have no full conversation between her and anybody. What happens if you're not submitting anything? Does she just get to do whatever? Well, I mean, we would file a motion for to compel. We'd file a motion for adversarial reading. I don't know that much.
You and I are talking across each other. I meant what caused Max to blow up originally with Destiny refusing to defend him on the subreddit. Wait, hold on, Creator. You'd have to admit that then Destiny's like now Max, right? Destiny is Max in the Pisco context, except he's still the bigger creator, right? We all understand that's Destiny's core criticism right now, is that he wants other people to either defend him or give him the ability to defend himself. Like he's basically, Max is actually less critical. Max was like, just give me the ability to defend myself. Don't like moderate my people out, right? Could you imagine if Pisco was taking people who were defending Destiny as chat and moderating them out? Could you imagine how nuclear Destiny would go?
Bro, Max was literally trying to turn Destiny's subreddit against him. Max was trying to turn Destiny's subreddit into an anti-fan hub against the person that he is orbiting because he couldn't handle Forethought kicking him out of the fucking community after making posts about how horrible Destiny was for getting chicken and waffles with Nick Fuentes. This is, hello? He got butthurt, and that's why he could no longer, like, not betray him. It was the corniest shit, brother. Just so you know, okay, I remember the lore, okay? The way that Jstlk represents what has happened in the past is not the whole picture, okay? He keeps on leaving key details out in order to make Destiny look worse and in order to make other people who are against Destiny look better, all right? He does this constantly and does this on purpose, yeah.
Like, he would go totally fucking nuclear. He is just doing the Max thing, but on like a mass scale. He's done it with my community, he's doing it to Pisco's community, and everybody just lives under this like pall all of the time, this cloud, where they know they say something bad about Destiny, they're gonna have to deal with their audience who love this guy, like losing their shit on him.
Watch, Destiny is fucking retarded, okay? He is probably one of the most retarded, emotionally retarded people in this entire space. Steven is so emotionally retarded, okay? He won't go to therapy, he won't praise anybody, he struggles to compliment anybody, all right? Which is not a Giga Chat thing to do. He thinks he's so cool and stoic, but at the same time, it keeps on backfiring on him, all right? He refuses to learn his lessons, and at the same time, he still probably wants to ask for sympathy from people around him, all right? So, therefore, he has many flaws. He is emotionally retarded. Boom, okay? Just criticize Destiny. Now what's gonna happen, all right? These are all critiques that I have said before, okay? These are all critiques that I have said before. Has it happened to me yet? No, it has not. You're welcome, all right?
They all know it.
That was a really harsh critique as well, okay? That's probably one of the harshest critiques I've ever done of Steven. No fucking softballing, no hand-holding, okay? Just straight up what I believe, okay?
Right? And so they all just like avoid it, they get out of it. And I don't have like condemnation for those people. I get it. You want to keep doing your job. This is how you make your money. It's like not worth it to stand on this, right? It's just not worth it. I get it. I get that it's the correct decision. But like that's what's happening here is these people are all just being bullied and they're just going, yeah, I get it. It's like, oh man, it is kind of just like the Trump thing, right? Like a whole bunch of people are just like, well, we'll go along to get along and then this guy will be gone eventually.
Ship and clip it. Hey, let's go.
Worse.
Motion is technically, but basically,
you better include the context
like,
in which I was trying to do a demonstration.
Evidence,
okay?
So the jury is allowed to look at this disfavorably.
So I don't get clipped.
But like the question is like, do I want to do this? Because every time I'll
probably get clipped by the end.
And then they're gonna cross motion.
Dude, did Max say something crazy? I'm trying to think. Like Max is like more reasonable in the moderation request than Destiny is to Pisco. Is he not?
I don't know.
Destiny doesn't even think about what he's gonna ask for from Pisco before he starts talking shit about Pisco in his community. Like Max actually had some thoughts on what he wanted for moderation, and then he went with those exact thoughts and said, "This is what I want."
It was because Max was trying to turn Destiny's community against him. What do you want? You are retarded. retarded. No, not retarded. Malicious. Okay, malicious.
Is that Destiny is just talking shit about how Pisco doesn't moderate his community and then lying about Pisco. He's not saying, here's how you should moderate it. Pisco said, how should I moderate it? And he goes, man, I don't even want to talk to you about it. Man, I don't even know. You just do whatever you want to do.
Yes, rewrite the narrative. Rewrite everything. Wow.
Yeah, I think Destiny's request was Max's request was totally reasonable.
Oh.
Max, the only thing unreasonable about the way Max did that was making it a big thing on stream, right?
Oh, that was the only thing he did.
But then I interacted with Destiny and realized that unless you make things a thing on stream, he's going to ignore you like 90% of the time, right? You basically have to make it. If you wanted to dress, you have to make it content on stream to some extent. Yeah. I think his point is that he's attracting certain kinds of people by what he's saying. No, that's not. Hold on. His main complaint is about what's his main complaint about the type of people, Sofa King? It's people like Doobie. Doobie was his number one complaint.
Oh, I thought he said Silver King. Silver King is one of my viewers, longtime viewers. But it's Sofa King. Oh my god.
Doobie,
good
Jstlk,
one.
Doobie, Jstlk.
Good meme. Okay.
What do these people have in common?
Sofa King.
They don't like Destiny. It's not, oh, they're really crazy about everything. It's not, no, the thing that links all of us is we just don't like Destiny. And we are able to articulate what's wrong with the way Destiny talks.
Silver
King.
King.
Right? So when he says, oh, it's about the people you're attracting, that's just a way of being avoidant.
Oh, not Silver King.
He doesn't like, and when these people actually get down to providing examples, it's oh, well, Doobie spent $1,000 just posting things about me. Hey, which one of those things was false? Which one of the things that Doobie posted was false? I think spending the money's crazy, but I don't think anything he said was crazy.
Bro, Doobie barely had any kind of good knowledge on the drama at all, okay? Whenever he taught, when he was debating on Wick TV, he didn't know jack shit. He didn't even know that Rose testified like that. Like, he is pulling shit out of his ass that, like, he doesn't even know about, like, or has done any kind of research into. He's like, oh yeah, I just heard this, I just heard that, I could be wrong. You know, I don't catch up on this shit. I don't talk about any of this because I'm a person who touches grass. Meanwhile, he's obsessed. He's fucking obsessed with talking about Destiny and his drama and his penis. So good luck, okay? And his sex life. And obsessed with Zip Zip.
You retard voice. You just want me to start banning people. I mean, that's what he's asking for. That's explicitly what he's asking for. Like, it's too bad that the reputation assassination stuff just works so well on all of these people.
Yeah,
like,
boy.
I feel like it does.
Okay,
I don't know.
you can stop.
Maybe I'll
now.
show up on a stream at some point and just be like, hey, this
stop.
is how I feel like it's going, and here's why I feel like you get attacked.
Even for Dan Clipton's me, well, I'm not even attacking Dan in this segment, I think. So, you know, you already know that Dan only attacks those in which that has spited him, okay? Because, you know, he only cares about himself. He doesn't care about anybody else.
And I understand why maybe you don't want to litigate it, and that's okay.
Who watches this?
But
Me.
I do feel like it's really unreasonable, and I do feel like there's been like some reputation assassination that I suffered in a similar way to the way you've suffered it. And are you and Pisco cool? Well, I've never talked to him. I don't get a chance to talk to him at all. He doesn't respond to anything.
Not right now.
I like, as far as I know, I might be sitting in a message queue or something somewhere. Pisco will understand it here. Pisco understands perfectly. I think it's not good for Pisco to associate with me in any case. So I have to like kind of let that go. And it sucks because it's like I basically have to say, well, I understand that he wants to go and do his thing, and that would probably like be shitty.
So literally, you're basically saying that Pisco is trying to avoid you on purpose to have plausible deniability. So you're saying you guys would have had a bridge if it weren't for the fact that you would no longer have the power of plausible deniability. Recognition of plausible deniability shown and proven. Weaponization of plausible deniability shown and proven. The continued sustaining of this plausible deniability shown and proven. Okay, the malice behind it shown and proven. All within a 15-second segment. Okay, the weaponization, the admission of the weaponization of plausible deniability. Everything around it. Okay, this is it. This is all the 15 seconds that you need to know. Okay, I don't want to associate with Pisco, and I don't think I can, even though I want to, right? Because it would be bad for his career. Why? Because he's facing allegations of associating with the anti-fans. All right, because otherwise he loses that plausible deniability, and Destiny gets to say, "I told you so." Right? Well, there you go.
He would talk to me, but I think he would have to. There's always this like pall that hangs over the conversation, right? That if I were to talk to him, you go, okay, like this, and it would be.
If I was a prosecutor, I would be like, "This is what that statement shows." In 15 seconds, you have to admit it to everything.
Like bad for him, unless he was going like hard on me, right? I think any conversation where like we had like a nice conversation would end up being an economic harm to him. So I don't know. It's difficult for me to talk to him, right? Like basically, he is economically incentivized to dislike me or to like try to press me on things in like a general sense. And it's possible he also just doesn't like me. That's possible, very possible, really. Pre-blackpilling, seeing so many people be stupid enough to fall for this shit. I don't know if it's blackpilling for me anymore. I think I just need to take more steps back to like macro analyze the situation. I get way too like into it and then reactive instead of just like stepping back. Like the way you want to handle building a channel or even having opinions on the internet is you want to take time to sit down, write out your thoughts, come up with something.
No, just mainly because now Destiny could just simply say that Pisco, see, I proved it. I have shown that Pisco is in fact, I think if it weren't for the Destiny allegations, because at around that time, I don't think the anti-fans made a huge move towards Pisco just yet. I think that the anti-fans like Pisco from a content perspective, but I don't think they were actually moving in order to like take Pisco under their wing, right? Does that make sense? But after after Pisco started disagreeing with Destiny, and then Destiny accused him of associating with the anti-fans, I think at that point, Pisco can no longer form a very public direct bridge with the anti-fans. At that point, he can no longer do that, and he has to weaponize plausible deniability, right?
And then move forward with it. You shouldn't ever just be reacting from like day to day and like doing things from day to day. You should have an explicit plan about how you want to carry things forward into the future. And then be like, if things go bad in any given moment, you need to be able to stick to something. You need to have some bedrock that you're going to stick to and keep moving with. I think for a little while, past like maybe 3-4 months, I've been more like the reactive type instead of just sitting down and like calculating out how I think things should go and then imposing that. Like I've been getting blown around like the ship in the ocean, but I'm totally capable of and have both with the streaming thing and other places in my career. It's like I'm just going to sit down and write out the way things are, and then I'm going to impose that on the world.
Oh, you're
Never
so
thought
smart.
of putting it into a proper detailed video. Well, I don't really have a platform for it. That's the issue. But possibly, we'll see. A lot of things coming up. A lot of things cooking.
Yeah, you would have to rely on
But like
Ryan.
actually starting to do things. Actually, hold on. No, not a lot of things cooking. Not yet. But they are. Trust me, I'm at the point where it's gonna start happening. Okay. All right. Yeah. Where are we going from here? Yeah. No, that's why I backed up Gummiverse. And I'm like, no. Things aren't cooking, but things will be. Trust me. You say you got your YouTube back? Kind of. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's just
Kind of. Yes. We'll
yeah,
see.
Ryle, right?
To whatever us, and then we have to reply and respond and all this bullshit. So
In a while.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I don't even
I would rather have Mr. Girl's YouTube back than have Jstlk's YouTube back, okay? I think Jstlk's career should die. But I think that Mr. Girl was unironically banned for an unfair reason. Like the reasoning from YouTube is unfair, basically, if that makes sense. Yeah.
know what they want to do. I doubt they actually want to sit at trial. I don't know, unless she doesn't mind the
Wow.
humiliation of that
Yeah.
because she thinks she's wasting my money. So who knows? How is it they can do pretty much anything and you just get fucked over? I mean, I would argue because of an asymmetry of
Just so you know, the reason why Mr. Girl got banned was because Groypers and Ethan Rolf's like fucking far right audience, or like some far right audience was like mass reporting him. Like it was a huge mass reporting campaign, and that's what got him fucked over. But I don't think we should incentivize that kind of shit. So of course that's not really a good move, you know.
reputation and power at this point. Since I have more to lose, she has more to fuck me over with. Okay, hold on. What do we got?
And YouTube shouldn't set that as a
We're in this fucking
precedent.
blueprint, I guess, huh?
Page 5 is just a giant goalie skin.
Ooh, it only costs simple gun parts to make heavy gun
Let
parts.
me shut up.
Also, I think that Mr. Girl would bring infinite amounts of content, okay? Can you imagine the amount of drama that Mr. Girl would cause if he ever came back to YouTube? If he ever comes back to YouTube, you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna have Mr. Girl versus Destiny panels and debates, okay? Holy cinema. The return of Mr. Girl. I can only dream, okay?
Okay, let me
Don't
see what these
disappoint
clips
me.
are because I
Good
don't
luck.
want to skip through here. Oh, these are not. Hold on. They're like timestamps here, but I don't. 1 hour 13.
Huge. So when I get my...
Well, that kid's gonna be.
Shut up.
I
That was
will be
number
eating
3.
well.
Okay.
I
There's
want
more
to
to this
eat well.
segment. I just need to make sure this isn't in the middle. Oh, that's way off somewhere else.
Against Daily
Okay, we're
Guna?
fine here.
No, I don't think I get sued for anything. So planning to learn license. I'll submit a formal bar complaint in regards to her behavior in this case, like knowingly deleting evidence and everything, and then the attempt to bribe her.
But that, I mean, it could probably be successful. It's probably just like anything, right? It's probably like a call to CPS or trying to report like erudite to the Canadian government or something. It's probably just like these things where it's like, well, it won't be successful probably. There is always the chance that the administration doesn't look at things like correctly. They make a mistake. It's like inconveniencing somebody in a totally unreasonable way. I don't know why he would say he wants to submit a bar complaint and that she's unrelated. He said she's unrelated to the case 1,000 times. I don't know why he would submit a bar complaint because she didn't want her messages saved. But I guess if he feels like Lauren De Laguna is that the three ellipsis person on Kiwi Farms.
Her mom,
Flipped it.
to get her to help.
Jesus Christ.
This is referring to the Sunday thing where I think Sunday was looking at reporting erudite or something over some credential thing way back in the day.
What'd you clip? What is this?
Are you and Pisco cool? Well, I've never talked to him. I don't get a chance to talk to him at all. He doesn't respond to anything.
Not right now.
I like as far as I know, I might be sitting in a message queue or something somewhere. Pisco
Oh.
understands perfectly. Pisco understands perfectly. I think it's not good for Pisco to associate with me in any case. So I have to like kind of let that go. And it sucks because it's like I basically have to say, well, I understand that he wants to go and do his thing, and that would probably like be shitty.
You should share this clip around. I think it's a good conclusion to make in my opinion, but whatever. So literally you're basically saying that Pisco is trying to avoid you on purpose to have plausible deniability. So you're saying you guys would have had a bridge if it weren't for the fact that you would no longer have the power of plausible deniability. Recognition of plausible deniability shown and proven. Weaponization of plausible deniability shown and proven.
Are you and Pisco cool?
Gotcha.
I'm not saying to do that, obviously. I'm just referencing some drama where it's like you're inconveniencing somebody in real life, and sometimes the reason for doing that is like, oh, well, there's no downside, right? By the way, Foodshops is spinning a narrative that you are conspiring with Pisco, probably talking points given to them by Destiny. I mean, I joke about it. Pisco doesn't talk to me.
What, conspiring with Pisco? You know, okay, bring up the clip. What did I specifically say? Okay, did I say conspire, or do you think playing footsie? Because they're not the same thing, right? Because you could be talking with anti-fans OnlyFans in the background, probably, most likely, okay? And it wouldn't be an unreasonable guess, yes.
Here, I'll open up my Pisco DMs right now. I'm not going to leak them, but I'll just read. The first thing...
Good memes, okay?
The first thing I sent, okay, is like unrelated. It was about a troll in his chat that I don't want out. Okay, I'll do it because I don't want to actually leave anything out. I warned him that the dickers that was in his chat was actually Kosher Kathy, but I didn't say Kosher Kathy. I was like, that's a troll. You probably shouldn't talk to that person because they're just going to try to fuck with you. Okay? So I snitched on Kosher Kathy. I confess one time in July of 2025.
I'm pretty sure I respond to every DM. Like, like even if it's late, even if it's super late, I still respond to every DM. I do that for you guys, okay? You're welcome, by the way. All right? I do that for you guys.
I snitched on Kosher Kathy, okay? One time, and I think Kathy got on anyway, so I don't think it matters, okay? I thought Kathy was kind of just like a total... Kathy is kind of crazy, but fine. The other one was a clip. So then from July 27th is when I sent that. July 29th, I sent a clip of this, which was Straight Raid explaining her position on communism.
Okay. I'm a communist.
With Adam
That's
Sitch, Cherry...
Oh, are you a... Look.
So it was like it was a Straight Raid explaining her position on communism during that thing. I said, watch the full clip, 3.5 minutes, and you'll be vindicated on this. And I got no response. And then on July 31st, I said, sorry, you're getting shit from some perceived and essentially non-existent association to me, or you're getting shit for some perceived and essentially non-existent association to me, dude. I don't think I've argued anything in regards to this in bad faith. I'm enjoying politics content again, thanks to you and the Live and Learn guys. No response. Those are the 3 messages I've sent. The dickers Kathy did get on, so he didn't even read it. Okay, we couldn't even present that. That was how I felt. I felt like literally anytime I'd watch politics content, I just think about this disgusting loser, and it was like kind of shitty. And then I was like, oh, but I'm enjoying watching Live and...
You won't engage with politics because of Destiny? Okay, so let me be... Okay, wait. Hold the phone, please. Please. So you won't play Arc Raiders because Arc Raiders reminds you of Destiny. You won't engage with politics in your free time because you think of Destiny when you do politics. If everything reminds you of Destiny, don't you think maybe you have a problem?
Learn sometimes watching like some actual discussion happen. Pretty good. So I was like, hey, I'm sorry that you're getting...
Bro, your hatred of Destiny is ruining your enjoyment in private. How is that not the most rent-free experience I have ever heard? That is the most rent-free thing ever, okay? You can no longer enjoy major parts of this entire space and a fun game because of your spite for Destiny, all right? Because I know that you call Destiny spite-driven, but what is this? What do we call this, right? I think we also call this spite-driven, right? I think that's fair to say.
That was in July, by the way. I'm sorry you're getting like shit for some perceived association to me. I like the way Pisco argues. I like the way he sets up arguments. It's probably evident in the fact that like when I'm watching him, I can explain what he's trying to argue to people really easily. Funny, he can't let this thing fall apart. And
okay, don't care anymore. All right, I can't be bothered to watch my Jstlk, otherwise I'll go insane. Listen, this is for my own mental health, okay? Unlike Jstlk, who cannot turn Destiny off, okay, from his mind, I can turn Jstlk off in my mind, okay? I have the power to ha ninja, walk away from the screen ninja, ha. I have the ability to do that, okay? Somehow I have the ability to control myself, okay? You're welcome.